when you first wrote your book, and you gave it to your brother, Ray.
Yeah.
And he said, Geoff, are you sure you want to publish this? And you asked why. And he said, because it makes you look really vulnerable. And you said to him, what's the point of writing a book? What's the point of writing anything if you're not vulnerable? Or if you're not honest?
I knew that way back then. I knew it, that it's not going to help anybody. When I was depressed and, dying, literally dying, you feel like you're dying when you're depressed. It's a feeling like nothing else. I remember getting books and the blurb on the back would promise to give you the secret and tell you how to overcome these feelings, and they didn't. And I knew the writers were afraid to be honest. They were afraid to be vulnerable. And I remember saying, when I find the truth, I'm going to tell everybody. And that's what I've continued to try to do ever since. Because who is it going to help? It's not going to help me as a writer, because I'm just working 2 layers deep. I want to go fathoms deep, and it's not going to help the reader because they're not going to see themselves in there. So you have to be vulnerable, vulnerable to the point of surrender, so that you get out of your own way and you let the story come through you, and you let it pick up all of your elements and clean them as it goes. Well, I didn't realise then, though, Paul, that I'd accidentally triggered on the secret. The big Judaic secret, like if you look at the tree of life, the Kabbalic tree of life, the secret is to receive in order to share. If you receive in order to share, you will never be short. There will always be in abundance. And that can't just be a few lines at the end of your mission statement. It's got to be your raison d'etre. Like I said, I said, when I find the truth, I'm going to tell everybody. So God gave me the truth. And then I told everybody. I said to God recently, I was meditating, I said, look, I'm trying to talk to people about forgiveness. And I said, and I understand the power of it, but I can't articulate it very well. I need to understand it better. Can you help me with that? Because I want to be able to articulate it so that people go, well, of course I'm going to forgive. Now I understand what it is. I can do it. I said, because nobody seems to be articulating that it's not about pardoning somebody. It's about giving them over to a greater force that can pardon them. And about 2 days later, this idea came into my head for 99 reasons to forgive. But it didn't just come through as an idea. I wrote it straight away, but also came through with 110 hours of lecture from a Jewish rabbi on repentance and forgiveness. 110 hours. God saying to me, I'm going to bring this through, but you're going to have to look at it from every aspect. I went into the Buddhist aspect of, he gave me the exegesis of Buddhism about what forgiveness is, as a sense in, about giving it over to this greater force, about taking, denoting it and all the rest of it. So there was a massive amount of work, but it's also very exciting because I'm listening to 110 hours, and sometimes it's the same stuff repeated again and again and again, and then suddenly you go, it clicks with you, and then when you know it and you're certain about it, you have the responsibility then to pass it on.